volunteered to do it for $1,000. And you can't put a furnace and ductwork and run gas lines for $1,000. But his heart was in it. We have other individuals.
I was just wondering if people are doing a bathroom and say they're updating, but some of their old fixtures are good. Do you salvage things like that and repurpose it? So that people could contact you to donate?
First Baptist Church in Franklin is a huge, old, red brick building. Right on Liberty Street, there's a Sheetz on the one corner and there on the other. They've told us that we can use as much space as we need for storing. So we've got doors that have been donated, interior doors. We've got exterior doors. We had some people that were putting in a new, it was a huge door, and then it had all this separate glass on this side and then separate glass on this side. They pulled that out as a unit and brought it down to the church and said, here, can you use it? We said, well, not right now, but we'd be glad to put it in storage and use it. The commode for this bathroom for the 80-year-old gentleman was donated. It was a 1.6 gallon per flush, state-of-the-art commode that somebody took out of their house because they wanted they were getting older and they wanted the extra height. So they got a comfort height commode. We got a brand new commode practically, and it's in and it's working, and they're real happy. So donations have come in. We'll put out on the internet, hey, volunteers, we need bunk beds. We've got a family that, I forget the situation. Maybe the mother and the husband and the wife split. And when they did, she ended up with no furniture. I think it was an abuse situation. And she just picked up whatever she could leave with and left. So now she moved into an apartment and she's got nothing. So the kids need bunk beds, because if we didn't provide bunk beds or beds of some sort, the caseworker was not going to allow the kids to stay in that apartment. So rather than having the kids go to foster care, we provided bunk beds, and they're happy, she's happy. The hotel in Franklin, I forget what it's called, the one right across from the old the Quality Inn. They called us and said, we've got bedding it's just part of our normal program. We're going to get rid of it. Do you want it? Yeah, we do. Because we took it and gave a whole bunch to the Salvation Army and anybody who needed bedding, and we kept some that we could use for families that, need bedding. There was a nurse that called a couple of weeks. Her caseworker called. We generally don't take self-referrals. The caseworkers supply the need. They tell us of the need. But the caseworker called and said, we've got a nurse who was in a car accident. She's disabled, can't work. She's sleeping on the floor. Can you give her a bed? Well, here she had a metal frame and a mattress, but she didn't have the box springs, so the mattress would just fall through the frame. So we got her a box spring and took it up to her, and she was just as happy as can be, because now she's not sleeping on the floor anymore. And she was also asking, well, I'm renting this refrigerator and stove. Is there any way I could get a stove and refrigerator? And we talked to Free Neighbors, and they said, sure. We take in used equipment all the time. You've seen the movie Men in Black? Now, I've just done the light thing, and you have to forget everything I just told you. Free Neighbors doesn't want people to know that they've got this used stuff out, because then people would line up at their door asking for donations. But they do supply us with a stove or a refrigerator, if they have it on hand and we say we've got a need, they've donated stoves, refrigerators, so that we can put them out in good use. They don't want to just throw them out, but they don't really want people showing up at their door begging for used equipment all the time. So just don't spread that around. But it does your heart good when you have a nurse who's been working all her life. Now she's disabled. She can hardly walk. She has an awful time getting up steps. But now she's got a stove and a refrigerator. And she's got a bed that she doesn't have to sleep on the floor anymore. That's what mustard seed is all about. The same kind of stuff that every church ought to be doing, to reaching out to the community and helping those in need, mustard seed is now doing. Because we know. Maybe our church, our deacons, didn't know all this stuff because we didn't have the leads from the caseworkers. Now we do. I've gone back to my deacons, for example, and said, hey, by the way, we've got a family that lives close to us. They have this need. Can we help them? Yes. Yes. They're willing. I mean, our deacons had a fund of several $1,000s and didn't know how to spend it. I helped them figure that out. It doesn't get any better than this. Well, I would love to spend my whole 2.5, 3 hours, but I think I've overstayed my welcome now. Can you tell that I like mustard seed? I think it's a wonderful opportunity to reach out and help people in the community. If you feel that this would be something that you'd be interested in, just because you sign up for wanting to drive doesn't mean you have to drive somebody on a particular day. You can just, no, I don't answer the email. But it does your heart good when you find out that somebody needs a ride to Meadville to get a Social Security disability hearing, and on the way you're able to share the love of Jesus Christ with somebody who feels isolated, alone, maybe financially broke. You can help. You don't have to go preaching to them, but you can certainly talk to them while you're driving them to the hearing. Or a disabled vet that you're taking down to Butler so that he can get a prosthetic limb. It's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to help out. It's government working with churches. It's churches working with, I mean, can you imagine when I was growing up, Catholics, you didn't talk to a Catholic if you were Protestant. If you were a Protestant, you didn't talk to a Catholic. You wouldn't go out, you wouldn't date a Catholic. If I was raised a Baptist, if I'd have brought a Catholic girl home, I'd have got beat. But these are churches, all the churches in Venango County working together. It's Oil City churches and Franklin churches working together. Can you imagine Oil City and Franklin working together on anything? It's a way to serve the Lord and a way to serve your community. And it's awesome. It really is. I hope some of you pick up some pamphlets. I hope some of you may decide to volunteer. Or if you're nervous, well, I don't want to waste my time and money on somebody that doesn't need it or isn't deserving. You know what? All of God's children need love. And I don't remember Jesus walking around and asking for personal financial statements when he was helping the woman at the well. It just didn't happen. So here's a chance to have a caseworker say, this family, this person needs help. And then keep kids from going into foster care because they don't have a working commode in their house. So I hope I helped you understand. I left money too fast. Let me just spend it. Number one, I am not looking for a donation tonight. You do a wonderful job of volunteering in the community. This is just another opportunity to volunteer. So I'm not looking for money from this group. But we've got a group of, I think, 40 Catholic, don't hold it against them, Catholic kids who are coming to town and they want to do mission work. Mustard Seed was asked to help find work for them to do. So we're doing that. And we've got porches that are falling off. We've got the whatever the solution is for this poor grandmother. I don't know what it is yet, but we're working on it. We put pen to pencil, paper to pencil, and said we need about $15,000 to get all the work done that we think these kids can do in our communities. That's Kennerdale is still in Venango County, and we've been down there to help. Nickelville, we've been over there to help. Franklin, I wish I had a nickel for every mile I put on my car. I'm going to Franklin to help people. Oil City, Union Street. If you've never been up Union Street in Oil City and taken some of these dirt roads, I swear I thought I was in Tennessee. I really did. It was backwoods poverty at its worst. And we helped put up, there was a furnace that hadn't been working in over a year in a mobile home. We got it working. And I've never, ever in my life, worked on a furnace before. I'm a banker. I'm a retired banker. I don't know how I got sucked into this job. But I love it. It's a lot of fun. And I don't do any fundraising for Mustard Seed. So I'm a banker. I wash my hands of money. All I do is spend it. I go out and I look. I find places to do jobs, and we do it. But it's a wonderful opportunity to help people. And the poor lady in Franklin, we went down and looked at her roof a couple of weeks ago, and the roof is now leaking bad enough that it's collapsed the plaster on her hallway from the second floor down to the first. The plaster ended up all over her steps today, and she says, "Where are we? Can you help?" And we're going to help. But you know how much it costs to put a roof on a house? So, did I leave any questions? Ollie Lobaugh is the judge in Venango County, and he said to the Human Services Department, "You're not getting the job done." And since that time, they've been talking to the churches, and he loves us. As a matter of fact, Human Services, you might have seen in the paper a couple of weeks ago, they voted Mustard Seed Missions the volunteer group of the year. And we only started in November. And here it is May already. And in the first 5 months of this year, the caseworkers nominated Mustard Seed as the volunteer group of the year. We're helping them. They love us. If you know any caseworkers, ask them about Mustard Seed, and they'll tell you. It's a good group. We're not replacing churches. We are the churches sharing God's love in our community. Yeah? Okay, I'm out. Because, I also think that what you're doing is wonderful, so I'm staying for this meeting. I showed up and helped play in the dirt over here at the playground a couple of weeks ago, and I love that. So you're not going to be able to get rid of me. I'm going to stay around and maybe help with the Southside Neighborhood Association as well.
Hand him a membership form, whoever has it.
I think I have a $5 bill in my pocket. So. No more questions? Oh, come on. I'm not ready to go yet. I am.